If you're in your 50s or 60s and living alone, or if you suspect you'll be on your own later in life, this video is for you. There is even a name for this now: solo aging. Growing older without a spouse, partner, or nearby adult children to rely on for help in major decisions. In this video, we will walk through 5 crucial decisions you should make before 65 if you're aging alone, including where you'll live, who will help you, how you'll pay for care, and how you can avoid the health risks of isolation. These decisions aren't about fear. They're about freedom and control. Before we dive in, make sure you like this video, subscribe to The Vital Year, and hit the bell icon, because we release science-based health content to help you age smarter, stronger, and healthier. Why solo aging requires a plan. Solo agers are one of the fastest growing groups in the 50-plus population. Surveys show that a growing share of adults over 60 now live alone, and that number continues to rise. Older adults living alone often struggle more financially and report lower overall quality of life than those living with others. Increased social isolation is linked to higher risks of mortality, disability, and dementia. Experts in solo aging emphasize the importance of planning early, especially for housing, healthcare, finances, and social connection. If you don't make these decisions in advance, someone else may end up making them for you, including courts. So let's look at the 5 decisions that can shape your future. Decision 1. Where will you live when your current home no longer works? The first major decision is where you will live when your current home becomes unsafe or impractical. Many people say they will stay at home as long as possible, but for solo agers this can become dangerous or expensive without warning. Research shows that many older adults eventually need support with daily tasks or mobility. Homes designed for aging, with step-free access, grab bars, and nearby services, significantly reduce falls and extend independence. Planning a move before a crisis gives you more choices and control. You need to decide whether you will age in place with modifications or move to a more accessible apartment, a 55-plus community, a co-op, or a continuing care community with progressive support levels. A home review or aging-in-place checklist can help you examine stairs, bathroom safety, walkability, service access, and what happens if you can no longer drive. Setting a rough 5 to 10-year timeline for moving can prevent forced decisions later. Decision 2. Who will speak for you if you can't? The second decision is choosing someone who can advocate for you if you cannot speak for yourself. For people with nearby spouses or adult children, this role is often automatic, but for solo agers, it's not. Without planning, important decisions can fall to strangers or courts. Experts recommend creating an advance directive that clearly states your medical care preferences, assigning a healthcare proxy or power of attorney to speak to doctors on your behalf, and naming a durable power of attorney for finances. This trusted person could be a friend, an extended family member, or a professional fiduciary. You must decide who you trust to honor your healthcare wishes and manage your finances responsibly. If you truly have no one, you may need to hire a care manager, fiduciary, or attorney. Speaking with a lawyer to set up or update these documents ensures your voice is heard even if you can't speak. Decision 3. How will you pay for help if you need it? The third decision involves figuring out how you will pay for support and care if you need it. Many people assume they'll simply get help at home, but care costs are often shockingly high. Home health aides and assisted living communities commonly cost USD $70,000 to $80,000 per year, and long-term care facilities can exceed $100,000 annually. For solo agers without family caregivers, paid care becomes the default. Without a plan, people risk becoming wards of the state, with courts assigning guardians to manage their finances and care. You need to decide whether your care will be funded through savings, investments, home equity, long-term care insurance, or public programs. You also must determine how flexible you're willing to be, such as moving somewhere that bundles housing and care. Working with a financial planner familiar with elder care scenarios can help you model possibilities like staying at home with help, assisted living, or continuing care communities. Decision 4. How will you stay connected so you don't disappear? The fourth decision is how you will maintain social connection. which is now recognized as essential to health. Research shows that isolation significantly increases the risk of death, disability, and dementia. Organizations worldwide now consider loneliness in older adults a major public health issue. Solo Agers face even higher risk because there's no one else in the home to notice changes or emergencies. You need to decide how you will maintain a small circle of people who will notice if they haven't heard from you, can check on you after surgery or illness, and can share meaningful activities. This may mean joining clubs, groups, or communities now rather than waiting until you need them. Technology, such as video calls, messaging, and social apps can also help. You should create a connection plan with at least one regular in-person activity and a couple of people you check in with weekly. Connection rarely happens by accident. It requires consistent, intentional effort. Decision 5. How will you take care of future you starting now? The fifth decision ties everything together. How will you take care of your future self? Solo aging guides emphasize 3 pillars: healthcare, housing, and finances, all supported by emotional and social well-being. Ask yourself what you can do now to maintain strength, balance, and brain health. Consider what small home changes, like grab bars, better lighting, or decluttering, will help later. Make sure your documents, passwords, and wishes are organized so someone could step in if needed. A simple checklist can help. In each category: health, home, finances, connections, safety, and support, choose one action you can take this year and one action for later. For example, this year start a twice-weekly strength routine. Later explore moving to a more accessible home. Planning early gives you more options and less stress. You aren't being pessimistic. You're being a responsible friend to your future self. If you're aging alone, here are the 5 key decisions. Where you will live when your current home no longer works. Who will speak for you if you can't. How you will pay for help if you need it. How you will stay connected so you don't disappear. And how you will take care of your future self through organized health, home, and financial planning. You don't need to solve everything this week, but you do need to start deciding with intention. If you recognize yourself as a solo Ager now or in the future, you are not doomed or unusual. You're part of a growing group that simply needs clearer, earlier planning. In the comments, share which of the 5 decisions you feel least prepared for. Over the next month, take one concrete action. Consult a lawyer or planner, tour a retirement community, install safety equipment, or schedule regular calls with someone. Share this video with someone in their 50s or 60s who lives alone. Aging alone doesn't mean aging without a plan. The choices you make today can transform your later years into a chapter you design with purpose rather than fear. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend who wants to stay strong after 65, and don't forget to subscribe to Vital Years with notifications on so you never miss our weekly health strategies.